Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got another one from historic England. I just love their stuff. This one is restoring a 400-year-old English townhouse, and this was actually just put up a few days ago. So I'm excited for this one. It's a grade 1 listed 400-year-old medieval townhouse in oh man, Gloucester, England. You guys are gonna be all over me for that. All right. I will link this video in the description along with links to Patreon, how you can support the channel here on YouTube, as well as my new sports channel. Still trying to get 1,000 subscribers over there, so if you haven't done so and you're interested in seeing some reactions to rugby and cricket and very rarely American football, not as often as I would like, but jump over there and subscribe. Lots of videos already over there, but let's go ahead and check this out.
This building shouldn't still exist. Some of the beams around us were growing in 1350.
People constantly walk in here and say, wow.
There.
This is the largest surviving historic timber-framed townhouse in the country.
26 Westgate is extraordinary.
Look at
There's
that.
probably been a building on the site since the 12th century. We've got the rear part of the building, and that dates from the 1580s. And then we've got this part of the building that we're in at the moment from the
Look at
kind of
that wood.
1610s, early 1620s. So, I mean, just amazing to peel back the layers of history.
When people come in from the outside, the shop looks like a
It's
small
an antique
shop.
store.
It's got a small
Perfect.
front. And they really, oh my goodness. It's a very quirky building, and we have quirky things to sell. So they match.
I'd love
We
to
are
go there.
very lucky to have this building. To Gloucester, it's incredibly important. Children and schools and tourists can now come into the building as an antique centre, not a museum. They can wander through 7 days a week. The
Oh,
very
look at
first
that.
time I walked into the building, the thing that struck me most was the size of the place, the scale, but it had been derelict for a decade.
So it went on the Heritage at Risk register about 5 years ago. The register isn't a badge of shame. It's very much a positive thing. It's a statement of need.
The urgent repairs were £750,000. We spent £400,000 and we got it off the at-risk register. We just had to do it, had to make it work. There was water pouring in through many
Better
parts
than
of
nothing.
this roof, these valleys, slates missing, leadwork missing, rotten wood. The sides of the building, lots of that was falling off and decaying. You know, there was pigeons living up here. Nobody wanted it.
I did a sort of whole recording project on the building as the restoration work was underway. So while we could get on the scaffolding, we were able to go up and have a really detailed look at the frame and do some drawings, and then investigate the interior of the building as well, and try and tease out the story of the building, basically.
I like it. You could tell in her voice, like, how exciting this is for. I love just like seeing people that are excited to get into this stuff. I just think it's so interesting. If I had that, if I had that expertise, I would be. I mean, I'm excited as it is, but like, just could you imagine being able to like get into a building like this old? I mean, just how cool! How cool!
It's like spotting something in the wild. Can you see there's a kind of deliberate burn mark just there? These are thought to be kind of protective marks. The way they were created was by burning the timber and then clearing out some of the charring and then burning it again. So you actually get this kind of divot in the timber. It's nice to imagine that these are people who were living here and cared about the building and occupying the spaces and protecting them in these sort of ways. I think that's really special.
This building has been loved by so many different people throughout its history. The man who built this was a tycoon, and he is said to have wanted to create in Gloucester a shop the scale and size of those that were fashionable in London at the time. It's a Tudor skyscraper.
This building was actually quite gaudy, you know, and we think of timber frame buildings as sort of black and white. The timbers themselves would have been painted originally, and they would have been quite a bright red colour.
Wow.
And this would have been the original 1580s exterior of the stair tower. We've got original pieces of glass deliberately set into the render. They must have kind of caught the light and sparkled on the exterior of the building. And the stair tower would have been a really prominent feature, sort of rising up above the surrounding buildings.
This
Oh,
building
cool.
is incredibly lucky.
They put so
It
much
survived
thought
almost
into
by
this.
accident through what we call benign neglect, where the side elevation was encroached on by the neighbour very early on. The building never changed because it's physically difficult to do so. And so the historic timber frame, including details such
Those
as
windows.
the original glass from 1622, is locked in and preserved.
Wow.
It's been protected by the building next door, and it's probably been plastered over internally as well, because we've got these nail holes where it was sort of concealed. And that means that it's kept its kind of complete kind of leadwork and glazing from the 1620s. And it's got this very elaborate sort of geometric pattern to it, which must have kind of just created an incredible facade and a very elaborate sort of glazing pattern.
It is a wonderful space. There's big open rooms, you know, you've got a feeling of height. Everywhere you look, there's history. We discovered a gargoyled face that had been there for, well, hundreds of years. We found marbles as well in this room in the floor.
Could you imagine finding that, though, like for the first time, seeing that, and like, no, you're the first person to see that in 200, 300 years? That's just
We had
crazy.
moments where render came off and underneath the timber was in really good condition. There's only one way to repair a building like this, and that is sympathetically, with love, using traditional techniques, understanding how the building was put together in the first place.
Restoring a building like this isn't about making it perfect. It would have cost a fortune, and it would
Yeah.
have scrubbed away the patina of age that we so value. As we look around the less
Wow,
used
look at
areas of this
that.
building, we're seeing old plaster, we're seeing cracks, we're seeing patches, we're seeing holes in the floorboards, and we love that. And I think the public looking around the antique centre really value that as well. It's part of the fabric of their city, and we're really delighted to be able to sort of help them conserve it.
Even
Wow.
as a researcher, even as an academic, you still enjoy that sense of how people have used the structure and continue to use it. You know, it's that lovely evolution that just is going to carry on, and the building's going to
I
continue
like
to
her.
change.
When I first came in, I thought, oh, no way this will ever be an antique centre, because it was just all sort of derelict. But within a few weeks, it had been turned around, and it's a beautiful place to be now.
I've gone from feeling like it was a major headache to now knowing intimately every single part of this building. And I feel at peace when I'm in here, really.
The more restoration that's been done, the more we've discovered. And I'm sure there's a lot more that we will find out about the building.
I am a custodian. It is my duty to pass this building on to the next generation in better condition than we got it in.
There you go. That was great. Oh, I loved that. That was so good. I was like, I'm so used to seeing these videos so long after they come out, and this one's a new one. So I was like, man, I need to go see like what they've done since then, what they've found. But no, this is it. This is just 3 days ago. But this was fantastic. My son would love it. He loves yellow. Just a bright yellow building, and to think that the beams, that were on the outside were also red at one time. Of course, I don't know that it was yellow. Maybe it was originally. I'm not sure. But that was great. And like I said, I just get excited seeing people are excited about this stuff too. They nerd out a little bit because I nerd about it as well. But I love that. I really love the Historic England channel. It's absolutely one of my favorites. I love learning about Charles' history, just the timelines of stuff and how old things are. And like they were talking about finding stuff in the, the people that were covered up that people haven't seen in forever. It's just incredible to me. I just think it's so interesting, and I love architecture, love history, I love it all. I just enjoyed that a lot. I hope you guys did as well. Let me know if you've gone past this building, if you've seen it, if you've gone into it. I would love to check out the antique store. I love some antique stores. But yeah, hit the like button, hit share, hit subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Have an awesome day, guys. I will catch y'all tomorrow with something else.